nothing but bad for you and for me. It's just going to be bad. In any case, no matter whether we ruin each other or fucking not, it's going to be fucking heartbreaking. It's terrible. Let's write a fucking mutual letter that says, look, we in lieu of what's transpiring out there in the world with all this fucking crazy shit, we've decided to take this private. I said to Travis, I said to you, hey, tell Travis what just happened.
You told me to do it. You told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no, tell him what just happened.
And I lied.
And that you punched me in
You're
the
right.
thing. And
You figured it out.
And you said, no, fucking, no, I didn't. What the f*** are you talking about? And I watched you lie. And then
I didn't punch you, by the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, you've been in a lot of fights. You've been around a long time. I know. Yeah.
No, when you fucking have a close
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are you tough?
What am I supposed to do? Do this? I'm not sitting here about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a f***ing baby.
Because you started.
You are such a baby. Grow the f*** up,
because you
Johnny.
started physical fights.
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did. So I had to get the fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You are admirable.
Shame. So today we're going to talk about the Amber and Depp, about the Woe case. As you can see in that situation, a guy that's admirable, running away from the woman that's trying to start a physical fight, and anything you do, she's gonna burst attack you. This woman is the toxic femininity that I always hated in my life. So we're going to focus on them. I got the article. So before we start with the video, like, share, hit the subscribe button if you really enjoy it. And son, let's start with the video. So let's start with the problem that Johnny Depp had with his wife. I didn't want to break her heart, Johnny Depp said on Wednesday. When my father left my mother, the first attempt at suicide that I woke up to, and the visual in my head, that was a direct result of my father leaving. So the father of Depp was taking the same damage that this woman is putting him in that situation. She knows the backstory of this guy. How can you love somebody so much and you replicate what was happening to him when he was a little kid? You go after him because you kind of know that you can do it. He's used to it, so he's gonna run away anyway because his father taught him to punch a wall. In the beginning, he thought that his papa was a coward, and then later he understood, wait a second, if papa left, why isn't mommy so happy? Why is she under depression? Why was she taking the wrong pill and all this stuff? Maybe that's kind of weird, right? And the fact that you have a partner that knows you and tries to replicate that situation, kind of weird. Miss Heard has spoken of suicide on a couple of occasions, so that also becomes a factor. That also sometimes, that always lives in the back of your brain and your fear, of course. Many times when I tried to leave, she would stop me at the elevator with the security guards crying, "Where? I can't live without you. I'm going to die." Then why did you push him in a direction that he's going to leave you? Do you want somebody that is always a punching bag to justify your freaking insecurities? That's kind of dangerous for a toxic masculinity woman. Now, that's a toxic femininity, or is it misandry? Call it whatever you want, people. I just hate women that exude this behavior. Yuck. There was a couple of times when I did escape. Why should a man escape? In 5 minutes later, she would arrive at my West Hollywood in nightgown, screaming in the parking lot in front of my house, screaming to high heavens. And it would be 4 in the morning. It was ludicrous. It was out of control. If a woman did that one time to me, I would leave her immediately. But then again, he had 1 year or something super happy. He could never expected this. Neither did I think at least. This is one of the videos that you have in the article. Johnny Depp talks about the fears of Amber's suicide. It's quite long, as you can see, 5 minutes. So I do something quick for you guys. The Amber Heard I knew for the first year and a half, as I told you, was not this opponent. It wasn't my girl. She had become my opponent, and everything I did just didn't fit her. Oh, she didn't accept it. When I continued to try to present my version or my side of the story, when you're approached in kind of with such anger and hatred, it seems like pure hatred to me. If I stayed to argue, I was sure it would escalate into violence, and oftentimes it did. Amen. If Miss Heard, in her frustration and her rage and her anger, she would strike out. She would begin with a slap. I know, man. A shove? No way. Throwing a TV remote on my head? No. A girlfriend once threw a phone on my head. I left her. I dumped her. That's it. Throwing a glass of wine in my face, but I know. Okay, that's a constant. Flam, flam, flam. This woman never stopped. There was a built-in list of personal experience which I told to Miss Heard. Those things were used against me as a weapon, especially when it came to my kids. So you act how the father was treated, and you know about it, and then you're gonna tell the kids that Papa is even bad, the same way that Depp's father might have felt? Why would a woman that loves you do something like that? There were several occasions where Miss Heard would tell me what a bad father I was and that I had no idea how to parent. I couldn't understand how in 52 years how I could be so wrong about everything. Depp said that if you think that you can be so wrong, that's because people have been telling you that all your life. That's an insecurity issue that I had, and it's really hard for me to not believe somebody that talks bad about me because they placed it in my head that I could not do anything better. And the only thing you can go forward is by forcing yourself. But it's really hard to force yourself through people when somebody that you love treat you like that. Depp said he went into a monumental tailspin where I could hardly go and spend time with my kids because she had to have me there all the time for her own needs. That was something that once you realize it's happening and there's always a hassle between the kids and her, the situation starts to get a little more grim and a little more dire. Yeah, why do you want to be with the kids when you're going to fight your wife anyway? You're gonna fight anyway. It's your kids. But then you have to shut up and take the hit just to be near the kids. But then you can be with the kids because she asks all for all your time. That I was not prepared to take it. I will not hear the words, "You're a terrible father. You're an awful father." One could only take so much of that before it bites off your brain. Bites off your heart. The valve got shut off because you can't hear it anymore, and you know it's not true, and you know it's to slice you up, to bring you down, to bring you into a place where you start to believe there's something wrong with you. If somebody tells you you're wrong, it's better to take it and accept if it's true, so you can try to fix it. Because it doesn't make sense that somebody can spew so much hatred if you are the person with so much common sense. There's plenty wrong with me. Yes, he sees that. But in all of these situations, my main goal was to retreat because most important is to pick your battles. Especially when they chop your wool. Woo! If there's a battle to be fought, it's grave and important. That must be dealt with. But small insults and kind of teenage high school tactic, this is bullying if you will. It was becoming too much to take. Yes, man. Depp says he booked an extra room in hotels to escape Amber. Another 8 minutes. You can watch it. Depp talks in a very unique way, a little more slower than usual, I think. But the fact that you need to book an extra room so you can sleep at peace from the person that you love, there's some big issues happening. I mean, that means you cannot even sleep next to each other and just turn your back like, shut up, just go play with your phone. No, you have to get another room. Popalagi leg, man. Depp says Amber made him beg for withdrawal meds. Oh, so when he tries to leave for his drug, he gets withdrawals, and she's like, well, I'm going to not give you your meds, so you're attentive to me. Another movie, 10 minutes and 47. I'm not gonna listen right now. Listen to your own time, but you get my point. I work quite a lot, and when I came home from work, I'd come in a house and she sit me down and give me a glass of wine and take my boots off and set them to the side. Oh, what a good, nice Amber. You're kind of chill about it. It's nice. Kind of cute. I never experienced anything like that in my life. Told you. Bad childhood. Never experienced that, and it became a regular thing. She was nice about it. One night I came home and she was on the phone. I took my boots off. Suddenly Miss Heard approached with this look on her face. She said, "What did you just do? What did you do?" He asked her what she meant, and she replied, "You took your boots off." "Yes, I did." He said he told her, You were busy. That's a gentleman thing to do. No, 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 no. Not in the Hurt New Universe. But Amber told him, no, 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 that's my job. You don't do that, I do that. Then she said, let me get you a glass of wine. I did take a pause, of course. The fact that she was visibly shaken, upset that I had broken the rules of routine. Once you notice something like that, you start noticing other tidbits that come out, which I can blame on him. Maybe when he was taking all them drugs or whatever, maybe he might have not noticed those stuff. That's why you have to be aware. You need to notice this tidbit, because if a woman or a man starts doing this as a normal thing, they cannot just break out. And by that time, the person that you see in front of you has already been designed in something totally different. And once it starts rolling, you can change it back, because that person that is rolling, they don't know they're changing. They think that's them. And when you try to return it, you're trying to change them. Because they think, I was just trying to remove your shoe and give you a bottle of wine. I didn't change. You changed. And then within a year and a half, she had become another person almost. Oh, this is the part that he was telling the people about the routine. Another video, just 1 minute, but you get my point. From the beginning of our relationship for a good year and a half, she was wonderful. And then things just started to change and things started to reveal themselves, is a better way to put it. I would say more also that many times when you start noticing this difference and you react in a different way, not like a little unattentive sometimes, she will notice that you're attentive and she starts changing, and it built into a weird monster. But she was already on the path to become a monster. That's the problem. And it's kinda too late. I mean, they fought once, she threw a bottle, almost cut his finger off. The Pirates of the Caribbean actor told court Tuesday that he started popping pills when he was just 11, and by the time he was 15, he had done all the drugs that I'm aware of. Damn. He started on tablets his mother took for her nerves and progressed from there. I bring my mom her nerves pill. I take one myself to escape caring so much and feeling so much, to escape the chaotic nature of what we were living through. Can't say I'm proud of admitting that. Okay, that's kinda bad though. I've never taken substance for a party. I've taken this substance on and off to numb myself of the ghosts and the rays that were still with me from my youth. Essentially, self-medication, one of those get me out of here moments. You want to escape from your own brain, your own head. True. Depp said by 15, he had done all the drugs I was aware of, but he didn't continue at such a rate. He said there were many years he didn't even drink. Okay. And he wasn't dropping acid every 5 minutes. Wow. The characterization of my substance abuse that's been delivered by Miss Heard is grossly embezzled, and I'm sorry that to say, but a lot of it is just plainly false. It was an easy target for her to hit, because once you've trusted somebody for a certain amount of years and told them all your secrets, he told them, of your life, the information can be used against you, especially if it's taken to a point that teetering on impossible, tethered over impossible at times. I'm not a maniac who needs to be high or loaded all the time. In fact, before Australia, I've been off alcohol for about 18 months, he referred. But he admitted that he got hooked on painkiller Roxycontin, which he called Roxys, after getting sciatica from throwing a chair through a window in Pirates of Caribbean 4. It was like you took the pills to get high. You're taking those pills to get well or better, because if you're without the pill, your body starts to go into withdrawal. I think that's kind of horrible when you are taking a specific drugs that makes your body feel bad when it's without it. It kind of sucks though. I don't know why people take this stuff. Depp apologized for sending his best friend Val text about her, saying he wanted to see her rotten corpse decompose in the freaking trunk of a Honda Civic. I'm ashamed for some of the reference I made. I'm embarrassed that at the time of the heat of the moment, the heat of the pain that I was feeling went to a dark place. He said something pain has to be dealt with humor and something dark, very dark humor. I grew up watching Monty Python, so it can tend to get into dark humor. It can tend to get into words are used for emphasis and words are used to express what you're feeling at the time. It's like growing up. You learn from those mistakes, you learn from those things, and you move forward. So you see where I'm going. Everybody is focusing on the drug, and that is the reason why things were going bad or whatever. And I kinda can understand Amber in specific situations, that if he was taking as much drugs as people are saying, he might have not been the most attentive person. But the fact that she talks in a way, degrading way, slapping him, and doing those stuff, that's a very toxic thing that a lot of men try to escape from. And if he had any issue, the more reason he will stay there. He doesn't want to get out. And I feel really, really bad for him in that situation. That I'm like, hurt. You didn't provide a clear way so he can approach you. The fact that he has to run away, that's surprising. And the reason I feel that I'm right is if you listen to all the tapes that are out there about when they interviewed her and him, and when he was right, he didn't start record her because he wanted to. He started recording her because she was saying things that the next day she didn't even remember, you know? And if you tell any couple, record the other person when you have a big fight, you would be surprised how many times specific people that you blame for gaslighting, they would be surprised to be like, whoa, why are you, that's why you record, what, I said that? Oh, they would be in shock. It wasn't there to record to prove I'm right. It was more that I'm recording this because tomorrow you're gonna tell me I never said that, which is kind of a messed up situation. And there was a moment that you could see Johnny Depp in all the recording. He's always chill. And one moment he just gives up. He's like, you know what? You're not the reflection of the person that I fell in love. I'm done with this. That's it. You want to go to you want to make it a lawyer thing? That's it. It's going to be a battle. And that's how it started previously.
You cannot think that it's just my side. You're f***ing killing me. Your f***ing people are trying to kill me. You've turned me into a... My boy has to go to school. My boy goes to school and has kids go, so your f***ing dad's a wife beater? You don't think about that, Amber.
You don't think that's also my family and all the death threats that me and every single person in my immediate circle of friends and family is getting also matters? And you don't think I...
Death threats?
You people put this out. You didn't want this out. Why security come on the record and lie? Then why go? That's a proactive measure. Then why did your divorce attorney get the file for divorce? Period. At all. Second, why did she have to go and get it from TMZ? Why, if you wanted it private, is TMZ being fed information literally by Laura Wasser and Marty Singer every step of the way? My DD, my arrest record. What's next in the media? The rumors that I was a stripper. Of course I can expect that next. I've known every step of the way, every single step of the way, everything you give them. You don't think
I'd give them. That's it. I'd give them. I'll see you in court. No, I'll see you in court. I will fucking see you in court. I never said that. I never told anyone that. You fucking trusted me with that, and I've never fucking told anyone that. And you know what, Amber? This is me. This is me saying, I tried. And thank you, and I will see you in fucking court. You don't want to make nice? I'm trying. But you know what? I loved you for so many fucking years, but you know what? You didn't exist. You don't exist. You're not there. You were a fucking made up thing in my head. And I can't believe you're doing this to me.
Stop.
I can't believe it.
There's no need to be cruel on top of it.
You've been nothing but cruel, and I'm going to court with you.
I'm just sitting here defending myself, and it makes you so angry.
You have not let up. You keep blaming. No, what you just said. What you just said to me. You're defending yourself against me about something I didn't fucking do, and I'm not going to fight with you because I know this shit lasts forever.
I said I could expect it next.
And you can see she was like, no. It wasn't like that. No. Like, he was like, I'm done. I can't handle this anymore. And that's how the lawsuit started. So I want him to win. The fact that he sues her for 50 and she sues for 100 million. I'm like, what? What's on with you? You didn't even make enough money in all the movies. He's making all the Pirates of Caribbean and he's suing you for less and you for more? Look at his finger. Not to show you the ugly part of the finger, but if somebody throws a bottle at me, which breaks on my hand, cuts my finger that I can see the bone, and they had to operate emergency or I might have lost a finger, hey man, miss me. I would never be with you again. This guy has taken so much that I'm surprised. And then she wants to fake it that he was hating her, beating her. Look, even if that was true, Even if that was true, I'm just surprised that you hit a man, call him that he's a baby, and you admit that you were chasing him to try to beat him up, and when he ran away, oh, you the hero, why did you run away? How can you be genuine and let me believe that this is coming more on the side of this woman with her toxic masculinity because she knows that she can do it in his face? Hey man, I'm gonna guide my case that the moment he sees anything like that, dump the woman. Dump the woman immediately. But if you tell a woman your past and they used your past, dump them. Because my wife never used my past. Ever. Never. Very simple. And the fact that somebody did that, I'm more than 17 years with the same woman. Never.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong.